Most never get set free and end up their whole life trapped by this. In today's session, I'm going to take you through how to not care about what others think of you. And at the end of this video, you're going to know how to set yourself free. You just may need to repeat it several times until you let go of your old ways of thinking. According to research, if you repeat something once, you'll get 10%. If you repeat it 6 times, you'll get 90%. So repeat the video if you want to really get this. So what are the facts? You give meaning to what other people say and think about you, and that is the problem. Meaning is assigned to us based on 4 key areas: parental upbringing, educational upbringing, religious upbringing, and social upbringing. Examples of that, maybe your parents wanted you to have a certain job. My parents wanted me to have a professional job. My brother's a lawyer, my sister's a fashion editor, and I grew my own business, and it was different to what they wanted for me. Maybe your school environment dictated how you turn up at school, how you turn up on class, how you turn up on time. If it was lax and there was no discipline, then that's going to reflect on your personality. Your religious beliefs will also affect what meaning you assign to things. There are certain religious teachings today that still think that contraception is a bad thing. Your friends had a way of dictating how you accept new people into your group. Your thinking and what you assign meaning is conditioned by your parental, school, religious, and social environment. So why is this a problem? If you don't align with the meanings assigned, this is how you get held back by judgment or other people's expectation of you. And so thus you get triggered when other people present a different reality to the one that you want. This is why you can see people getting triggered left, right, and center online. They have a view and it's different from the other view. They spend all day smashing down comments trying to get other people to see their view. How do you set yourself free from caring about what other people think, judgment, expectation, all of these things that can dictate the course and the journey of your life? In order to do this, we've got to bring awareness to a new way of thinking. Bringing awareness to a new way of thinking sets you free. Old thinking equals old results. New thinking equals new results. Let me introduce you the concept of being unwithable. Unwithable, when you're truly at peace and in touch with yourself, nothing anyone says or does bothers you, and no negativity or drama can touch you. Unwithable. So the key is to know where to give your and in order for us to understand that, then I'm going to bring in the big guns. Tolstoy: the only absolute knowledge attainable by man is that life is meaningless. Tolstoy, 1884. Now, the fact that life is meaningless means that it is meaningless, which also means that it's meaningless. This is a concept that could potentially trigger you. Your life is meaningless, which means your life has no meaning. Equally, my life has no meaning. In the grand scale of the universal concept, we're just a little segment. And then when we die, we're gone, and that's it. And time will continually go on without us, and no one will care that we've been here or not. And even when I say that, you might have problems with that because you've built up all of these meanings that your life really means something. However, on the opposite side of it means something, it can mean nothing. Life is meaningless but worth living provided you recognize that it is meaningless. When you think about it, all of the things that you give meaning to, someone else who doesn't know you doesn't have any meaning towards those things, which means to them, they're completely meaningless. When people give advice to someone else that's going through stress, it's easy to give someone else advice. Hey, stop stressing about it, stop worrying about it, because they have no meanings associated with it. So the question is, how can you adopt that meaningless approach so that you can let go of anxiety, stress, and things that really don't matter? Because none of it does matter, which sounds morbid, but it's not a morbid concept. When you truly get that life is meaningless, you can let go of all of the things that don't matter, and it doesn't matter. None of it does. Among the greatest things to be found, the being of nothingness is by far the greatest, Leonardo da Vinci. What da Vinci is saying here is that we assign meaning to life. Religious beliefs assign meaning to life. Your parents assign meanings to life. Your education have tried to assign meanings to life. Your social norms have assigned meanings to life. But who's to say that those meanings are true? Nothingness is the basis of everything. The key is to get what you worry about no one else cares about. Like, you don't care about someone you don't know what they worry about either. Nothing means nothing. It's all just all. Being unwithable is the absolute realization that expectation and attachment are poison, because it's precisely expectation and attachment that makes one withable. There is no expectation and there is no attachment because there's nothing there. There's nothing to get. There's no hope. It's never getting better. It is precisely expectation and attachment that makes one with a ball. Thinking there is something better than now or giving meaning to something is done by it. Programming within your mind, your unconscious wants to try to take control and give meanings to everything. Human beings are meaning-making machines. Have you ever noticed you sent a text to a friend, you meant a certain thing, and because of what they were going through, they interpreted the meaning completely differently. Thus, meanings are completely our own choice and they mean nothing. At the same time, they can mean everything. Thinking there is something better than now or giving meaning to something is done by it, your unconscious mind, which takes you out of the moment, which allows people and outside forces to with you. Nothing means all. Other people's drama means all. Drama means all. Limitations means all. They're just other people's expectations of what can or can't be done. Everything means all. There is no meaning out there at all. So who decides the meaning? Who spits out the meaning? Who chooses the meaning? We do. It's our choice. When you separate from parental meanings assigned, educational meanings assigned, religious meanings assigned, social norms, the question is, how much of your own life did you choose to live versus thinking about what others told you to do? Where is meaning? When your friend texts you and they meant that and you meant that, where is meaning? Meaning is in us. So your life means all. It's never getting better and there's no hope. At the same time, your life means whatever you want it to mean. Your life means nothing and your life means everything. There is all to get makes you unwithable. There is no hope. It's never getting any better makes you moment to moment unwithable. In the moment, in the presence. They all talk about how to get into presence. The only way to get into presence is to accept there's no future and there's no past. There's only now, 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 now. Moment to moment living. There is no hope because there's no future. There is only now in which you can be unwithable. It is never getting better because there is no future. There is only now in which you can be unwithable. If you give people nothingness, they can ponder what can be achieved from nothingness. If you are saying, I want to be happy because when I get that, I'll be happy, so I achieve to be happy, versus happily achieving, are two different paths to life. When I get that, then I'll be happy, versus happily achieving. From the nothingness, you can create everything. In nothingness, there is everything energy. The ending is a beginning. Non-resistance, non-judgment, non-attachment, the nothingness. Eckhart Tolle. Hold yourself out into the nothingness, that there's nothing out there for you to get. Begin to see the illusion of past, present, and future. There is no past, there is no future. This is all you will ever have right now. Nothing in the future is going to make you happy if you can't be happy now. You have to let yourself go to nothing before you get anything. And for once, just let go of trying to do something, be something, get somewhere. Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps in the pretty pace from day to day to the last symbol of recorded time. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools, the way to dusty death. Out, out, brief candle. Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It's a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Shakespeare. What got him was nothing, and nothing's exactly what anyone living, or somebody dead like even a poet, could hardly express. What I mean is, what knocked him wasn't the knowing you're whole, yes goddamn life is a flop, or even to fell how everything, dreamed and hoped and prayed for months, weeks, days and years and nights, and forever is less than nothing, which would have been something. What got him was nothing. To the as yet unborn, to all innocent wisps of undifferentiated nothingness, watch out for life. I have caught life. I have come down with life. I was a wisp of undifferentiated nothingness. And then a little peephole opened quite suddenly. Light and sound poured in. Voices began to describe me and my surroundings. Nothing they said would be appealed. It doesn't mean all that it means all. Don't make it doesn't mean all mean it doesn't mean all. From all you can create everything. From nothing you can create. Moment to moment living. Life means all, so don't waste it on doing things that you don't want to do. Do the things that you want to do. Study that thing that you love out of sheer love. Go traveling if you want. Buy a cabin in the forest and hide yourself in blissful solitude. Rent a shoebox apartment in London and enjoy living an overpriced lifestyle. Buy the car you want to buy and impress everyone that you want to impress. Live the life that you want to live. Do the things that you want to do and don't give a what other people think about it, because it means nothing. Life means so don't bother holding back love. Kiss that person that you really want to kiss. Ask that cute girl or guy out on a date and don't worry about whether they say yes or not. Fly across the world to tell someone that you love them, even if they're not going to say it back to you. Go out of your comfort zone and express your inner heart, because at the end of it, it all comes down to dust. Life means so don't be afraid to have fun and enjoy it. Laugh at what is funny to you. Crack a joke when it is too serious. Let humor lighten up your world. When it's getting too problematic or too dark, let humor flow in and express the light. Because when it means all, there's no reason why you can't make your life hilarious. Life means fuck all, so don't worry about making the wrong decisions. There are no wrong decisions. There is no right or wrong path. Travel wherever you want to travel. Camp out wherever you want to camp. Don't spend your time worrying about whether you went on the right path or not, because all paths ultimately lead to nowhere. So there's no reason to not enjoy the trip. Life means all, which means there's no reason to not love it. What you have is yours only whilst you have it. What is lost is always beyond recovery. Life means all means that you can let go. There's no other path that you should have followed. There was no other life you should have lived. Life means all, which ultimately makes it infinitely beautiful. Because when you don't have to mold or stretch to be someone that you're not and edit your existence into a picture perfect frame, you allow yourself to take the simple joys in life for what they are, in the true experience of them, how they present them to you, in letting things come when they come, in letting things go when they're gone. There is meaning out there. There is no meaning out there. From everything becomes possible. From nothing, everything becomes possible. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel for daily videos to help you. Next video, how to become trigger free. No matter what happens, never give up on your dreams. I'll see you on the next video.